It's Pandora from Pandora's Box here! Or Pandora from Pandora's Inverse here. And welcome back to the channel. We're in a loading screen right now. I know, our favorite thing in the world on live streams. But we are back with Tyler and Caleb, Ashka and Balto, and we are not planning a wedding yet because you guys aren't even engaged yet. That might happen this episode. We might just take it slow and go on dates, meet more people. We want this to be a thing that we plan out. We're going home from Taylor's vet clinic. I don't know why you were there when Caleb was there last episode, or in Taylor's episode, but this is the first of Tyler's recorded Let's Play. I'm excited for this Let's Play. I know I sound more excited than Taylor's Let's Play. That's because I do have a lot more ideas running in my head for Tyler's Let's Play. I know that Taylor's got a good idea going on for her Let's Play. She's got a couple things she wants to do, but I just don't. I'm a very creative person. So, running with what Tyler gave me as information enough to know that he wants certain things, but I can run a little bit creatively with it, I'm excited for. Hopefully Taylor gets back to me soon and lets me know. I'm recording this right after I recorded Taylor's episode, by the way, so she may have told me by now, but hopefully we can get something going for her, because I really want her to have her own main series. But for now, we're working. Okay, so Balto needs to go to the vet, is that why? But we can give him a wellness treat. He does need a bath, though. Let's give him a wellness treat. And then we can have Caleb give him a bath. I think the thing is that Balto's pretty much Caleb's dog. Nashka would be more of Tyler's dog. So Tyler can give Ashka a bath upstairs. Caleb's got to give... Oh, he's taking bath. I did not mean to do that. I want you to give bath to Balto. But in this episode of Tyler's Let's Play, because we worked on their Sims so much in the last live stream, some things that have happened that I was just going to do in recorded Let's Play. So I am still a little bit figuring out what we're going to do today, but a lot of it's going to be them pretty much going on a date, I feel like. Possibly something to do with, Oscar. And I just deleted the, I could have gotten rid of the toddler potty too, but that's alright. I just deleted the extra bed in here. So, anyways, currently they're just hanging out at home, taking care of the dogs, doing all the things that they need to do, like right when I load into a house, which happens often. They're just going to be doing some vampire things. They'll probably go visit King because, he moved out. He's got his house now. And Tyler has the hospital career still. We could go with him. Let's do that. Let's give him a day of work so you guys can see the hospital career, just in case you've never seen it. He said he wanted to be the same career as King now, but I'll let you see what's going on here at the hospital and then let me know, I guess, if you wanted to change. Alright, we're here. First things first, you're outside, so we need to get you inside. This is where I say, the same thing would go for King, like he starts outside at his job. And you don't leave the hospital for this career like you can for King's career. And the police officer when you actually have to. So this is the safest, but you always do start outside. Boring though at first, pretty much, because you're an intern and your job is to basically stay out of everybody's way, clean stuff, greet patients, say, hey, I'm the intern, whatever, and eat. But it's telling you about your clinical orientation because this is your first day here. One of my Sims might be here, Landon. He is the chief of medical staff here at the hospital, fully promoted. And yes, he is. He's right here. He is also gay. He's in a relationship with Yusuf. And, like, okay, so one of the irritating things is if somebody... Alright, let's give them a friendly introduction. If somebody is near a patient, you can't get to them. You just can't talk to them. But the good thing about this, too, is it'll be easier for you to do things and get around the hospital. You don't need to take, like, as many breaks for certain things. It does want you to grab a snack. But because you're a vampire, you might not be able to eat. I mean, you only have to do it as an intern. And I don't think you have withered stomach as a weakness yet. So you'll be able to eat, no problem. Even if you did, whatever, you throw up. But, it is like one of those things that you technically wouldn't do as a vampire. So we'll just, I guess, buy a soda. I feel like maybe that might be a thing that vampires maybe sometimes indulge in, or whatever. Because it's close to, like, the consistency of blood, as it is a liquid. But it should count as a snack. I'm assuming it counts as a snack. So you're greeting patients. You need to greet coworkers, so you can greet Landon. Say hello. And I think it would be a cool thing, I don't know, this is up to you, but because they are my main series Sims, and they are the one gay couple I have right now, you guys could probably be good friends. They're the one who has the daughter Marcy, like, Dragon gave a hard pass on. It's their daughter. But you guys could be decent friends. You know, just, like, hang out at the mansion and stuff like that. Apparently... Okay, I was gonna say, apparently that soda didn't count, but it does. Okay, so you met 2 coworkers. You need to meditate. I thought I did that already, but I guess not. I thought I did it off camera. So let's do a dark meditation before you even worry about too much of anything else. I'm making you mop, but I think I should have waited to do that. And we're going to wash our hands to sterilize. This camera thing has changed my life too, because I always forget about it. So you're just mopping up the puddles that are around, which is fine. But I do need you to dark meditate and, wash your hands. You changed out of your outfit to do it, but that's fine. Oh, wait, what? It, like, got confused. Like, I queued up too many things or whatever, or it's confused by you being a vampire at a, like, a workplace. I don't know. You should be good now. It's like trying to separate the two. You're not wearing your work clothes anymore. Where'd you go? Okay, so I don't know if I can just, like, change your outfit to your work outfit. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. That was weird. Huh. I gave Landon a secondary outfit, though, when I gave him his outfit. Apparently you did like the drink. You like the drink. We're gonna have coffee, though. It says you gotta have coffee. We still gotta greet another patient and another coworker. I think there's one at the desk. I think one of the coworkers is at the desk over here. Oh, maybe not. But we can always greet another patient. Let's greet Morty. Friendly introduction. And I guess talk to her. I know you can't help patients that are next to people who are working with them, but I think you should be able to talk to the coworker just fine. So Morty apparently is playing on the computer of the check-in desk. If you're confused, okay, because they just walked in with the same outfit. If you're confused on why they have the same outfit, it's because... Okay, and here comes the third. They all belong to the mental wellness center. Maybe they're all coming in for a whole checkup. Like, day out. Their checkups are all scheduled for the same day. They belong to the mental wellness center. We have to make bed. This bed needs to be made. Make bed. You're still drinking your coffee. So I think you still gotta, like, have a conversation while you're doing it. Sorry if my, sorry if it seems like the camera's flying around everywhere. It's... my sensitivity goes from being hard to move around to, like, way too fast. There's no, like, use in changing it because it just switches up on its own. I want you to wash your hands again. I guess we could do that. It says discuss work with a coworker, though, and chat with patient. So we could totally just talk to one of these patients again. We'll just be friendly. She'd be like, why aren't you helping me? And be like, I can't do anything. This is my first day. But I guess your goals are to end an active work day twice. So you won't get a promotion until you have 2 days, but it all depends on if you want to keep this career, because your whole idea was that you wanted to be the type of doctor that would, like, drink blood from the patients, like, treat them and then be like, alright, you're healthy now, which means your plasma is safe to drink. That was sort of gathered from what you said. You're supposed to be delivering food to her, and I don't know why it's not working. Deliver food. Alright, it took a second. I was like, what? Discuss work with a coworker. Let's discuss work. Discuss work. Where's complain about work? Discuss latest games. Discuss work. Here we go. Alright, so you gotta meditate again. Because you have that always move his bat thing on, which happens, and especially when you're, like, working at a place like this, that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's going to stop you from talking to Landon, though. Okay, we're good. You have to mop up puddle, but we already did that. I don't know if there's any more puddles. It doesn't matter as long as you get to the gold, though. Alright, here's a puddle. Let's mop up puddle. Mop like mad. Wash hands. We have to chat with another coworker. So we only have 2 here, apparently. Let's talk. Spoil latest episode. Discuss work. So basically, like I said, it's boring. It's like the first day that you work, you're doing the same thing. I mean, you do anyways, but your things change because you're treating patients and you just knock them out. Like your things in the corner here that are like make bed, chat with coworkers, they end up, you know, getting filled faster because you're not running around, you're just treating a patient. You get to swab their DNA and check it and everything. Ask about coworker's day. Let's make bed. Stop talking to her. I think this should be good. I think once you do this, you'll hit gold. Yeah, you're good. So then you can just do extra stuff. To fill the time, you can also, like, click here to extend your day. It says select this button to leave work earlier to stay late. We don't need to stay late. You do get paid extra. You get paid for your time, obviously, but we don't need to. Not when we got other things to do. Oh, you gotta pay your bills. It says research health reports online. I was gonna do that, but we can just pay your bills here while we're biding our time. So what I think I'm gonna do is, like, let the time run out, and I will see you guys back at the house, because there's nothing really else to see right here. Alright, you earned $188. Hooray! Now we can go back home. Alright, we're back home. You have made $188 today, which seems like nothing compared to, like, the cheated money that's here. Actually, I don't think that's cheated money. We just cheated the house. That was the money you earned for living here. I can't remember. Or for, you know, being a family. Moving, like, they give you 20 million, or 20 thousands of millions to start out with. Anyways, so, first of all, let's get you out of the sun. I'm like, I forgot you were standing out in the sun for a second. I feel dumb. I don't know where you're going. Oh, going back outside. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Fly here. Let's not have a terrible, fucked up accident on the first time around. So anyways. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to swear so much, but, like, get used to it, I guess. I'll either bleep it out or not. It always depends on, like, how I feel. Generally, with my Sims videos, I don't too much anymore because I don't swear that much, or when it is, it's in a huge string of I can't even deal with editing it out, and... Alright, we're going to hibernate for a little bit, or, like, sleep. But anyways... I swear a lot, so it's a bit of a change for me not to as much, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But while you're sleeping, Tyler, we will see what your kid is up to. Apparently they want to wash laundry, I think this is. Dry laundry. Oh, they can do that? I'm, like, super afraid of this now. But I think if I... Why is that an option? They can't even click on this, or is it broken? No, because Caleb can. That was weird. Can't dry laundry in the dryer. But Caleb and Oscar are watching TV together, which is nice. And your house is more modernized, so it looks what I think is more aesthetically pleasing than, you know, King's over here, but I wanted to give him more of, like, that gothic vibe. I'm just not good at it. But I think it looks nice, you know, compared to older builds that I've done. But I'm trying to see what Oscar's doing right now. I thought he was gonna go to the dryer, and I was, like, very confused. Okay, so somebody folded clothes. Folded clothes right here. Cleanliness, pristine, dryness, dry. What does this mean? Clothes are already dry, clothes are already clean, clothes are already dry, clothes are already clean. So they just sit here, is what I'm gathering. That's odd to me, but okay. You got sparkling clothes sitting next to your computer, whatever. And Caleb seems to be enthralled in this kid's cartoon. So sleeping should be bringing up your energy. It is. You just can't seem to get enough of it, though. We need to do something to earn you more points. And I think one of those things could be having a vampiric spar. And because you and Caleb do have a close enough relationship, you guys can have a friendly one. I don't remember how to do it, though. Friendly. Should be in friendly if it's share love of dogs. Vampiric spar, here it is. I don't know if this wastes your energy or anything, though. But you should be able to... Pristine clothing! The clothes from the load of laundry turned out exceptionally clean. That's good. But we can have a vampiric spar. This could always go between enemy vampires, or, like, you guys can always just have a vampiric spar as, like, a... Okay, well, apparently it's not working. Is it dark enough outside to do it here? No, not yet. We'll do it, though. But you guys can always have a vampiric spar, as friends and stuff. It's like a vampire training thing. Kind of like Fight Club, I guess. Swim with Caleb. This should be fine because I put this shade up. I'm testing it out. Okay, Oscar acquired the mental skill. That's good. And I do need to change. I told you guys when I did your guys' series I'd change like your other outfits and stuff. I will. I might even do it off screen, but because I'm trying to like get the bulk of things recorded, I want to make sure that you guys like get your content and stuff. I want you guys to have content you want to watch and everything like that. I also still need to do Detroit. For people who wanted Detroit, they're probably wondering where all my main series stuff is right now. And I need to finish it because it's almost done. And I need to do Undertale because somebody else is counting on me to get a Let's Play for that out. So I'm really working myself to the bone this week. I'm doing the most without trying to do too much work is what I'm trying to say. Okay, doggy's in the pool though. You also wanted me to try to breed Ashka and Balto, if I'm correct. You seem not to be burning over here. The sun is still out enough to like burn you, but you're not burning here in the shade. So I guess the game does really recognize that you're covered from the shade. But we can try to, I don't know if they need to be more friended up. I think so. Let's brush Ashka and play with Ashka. And then some people call me a lucky simmer, so they might end up having puppies on the first go of it. But I'm gonna have Caleb do the same with Balto. So hug. So, Balto still need a bath. Give bath. Get to know. And now Ashka's dirty again. Is that right? From swimming in the pool? Give bath. I'm not gonna let them do their thing with that, and I'll see you back when I can get them to mate. Alright, Tyler's thirsty again, so he's gonna drink a plasma pack. And I still can't trained commands. Okay, so apparently we did a little bit of training. I don't remember that. Apparently I still can't. Okay, let's be friendly too. Let's be friendly to Balto. So we can tell Ashley to be friendly to Balto. I think that might be one of the things. But we need to make them... Like, we have to level up our relationship with them as well. It's just how it goes. Tyler's a romantic, he's flirty, and I think my rule of thumb here is that if one of them becomes flirty, Tyler or Caleb, they both have that flirty thing, that, they woohoo. I tried to do that with, like, most of my relationships, with my Sims, depending on, like, the dynamic between them. So what we're going to do is we'll go for the classic coffin woohoo, I guess. I say the classic coffin woohoo, like everybody woohoo's in a coffin. Does that make sense? It also gives me a break. Like, you know, Tyler goes, well, it's time to woohoo. I'm like, well, time to sit back and just, you know, relax for a second. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of this episode. So hold in tight because I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I tend to record for about an hour and then cut it down. But I'm trying to think of what to do. Should we propose to Caleb in this episode or should we go on a date? I think maybe we should hold the proposal for the next episode and go on a date. Like, obviously you guys are together. It was a little bit cheaty on the live stream, but it's like... You know, I still want there to be the kind of aesthetic, like, you guys go on dates and all this kind of stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do now is attempt... Well, first of all, you need to you need to do this vampire stuff. But then we need to try to get Ashka and Balto to be together, but I don't exactly know how to... Okay, get to know. Because we had... maybe you specifically just need to get to know, like, Balto as well. Maybe you just have to have those relationships. I guess not. I don't know. Neither of them should be neutered because we made them. You'd have to do that at a vet. You'd have to do it on purpose. The only ones that are ever, like, pre-neutered are ones you adopt that are adults. And I still can't seem to get them to breed. What is going on? Maybe this will work. It's like Balto's looking for love too. That's what I'm saying. Like, alright, so can't we get to know again, I guess? I don't know if there's something broken with them. Let's hug Ashka. I'm like trying everything in my power right now. Alright guys, give me a second here. I'll figure it out. Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out on my spare time. I'm gonna have to check, like, if we accidentally made Balto a girl too, or if Ashka's accidentally a boy for whatever reason. If I have to change their genders around or whatever, because they are not giving me the option to breed at all. There's 3 spots in our house. I know for a fact that there's no problem with breeding when there's 7 Sims in your house because there's at least 1 slot open. It just means they can only have 1 puppy or cat or whatever you're breeding. But they're not giving me the option at all, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's broken or it might be the fact that let's teach Ashka to roll over while I'm talking about this. And it just might be the fact that I accidentally somehow made them the wrong gender, so they're both the same gender. I don't know. But anyways, your guys' story, yours and Caleb's story is gonna evolve over time as well as King's, and it's going to intercept. You guys are friends for 1, and for 2, there's this whole thing, this whole demographic where he wants to overtake Vlad and like kill him basically. And Vlad lives in the spot where I want the wedding, the vampire like wedding lot. So what's gonna happen is like King's story's got to unfold where he takes Vlad over and kills Vlad, and then that becomes an empty lot, which ends up turning into a wedding lot. I think that's how that's gonna go. But anyways, it's 2 whatever in the morning. I think you and Caleb should go on a date because you guys are night owls. You have a day job though, which is kind of like you know, I always ask on a date on the phone, but that makes absolutely no sense when you guys are in the house together, so you could just go upstairs and be like, hey, you want to go out and do something? It's just easier that way, I guess. Alright, and I don't know where to have you guys go on a date. I usually take the vampires to San Myshuno for like drinking blood and stuff like that. But also like we could go to several different places. We could go to the nicer nicer spots here in Brindleton Bay. I can't wait for if you've watched my other stuff, you know that I've said this before. But I can't wait for Windenburg. I feel like that's gonna be like a fun place to go on dates and stuff like that. We could go to a restaurant in Newcrest, but you guys don't eat. I mean, you technically can, but go to Oasis Springs. I don't really have date spots here. I think the best bet is going to San Myshuno. I don't know of anything in Willow Creek. I think that what we'll do is we will go to San Myshuno. I mean, I always go here, but I have, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to, like, put more datey spots You know, especially for, like, where you don't have to technically eat. Because it tends to be too much. So I think we'll go to the Stargazer Lounge. So I will see you guys at the Stargazer Lounge. Alright, we're back. I'm back. The magic of editing. You guys don't know that I actually took a break. And went to go eat a snack. Which you would usually know in a live stream. But we're here. Tyler's thirsty again, so what we're going to do is we're going to drink a plasma pack. And there's the karaoke machine right here. Who's that? Joanna Owlette. I've seen her before. Well, he doesn't like it. Ramon does not like it. So you guys are on a date. In your swimwear, so you guys could swim. But it's a gold date. I don't know how to do a not gold date. I don't really care for the gold dates. I just want you guys to kind of go on a date and not have to worry about it. Ramon's all up in your biz. Look at Ramon. Go away, Ramon. Yeah, go away. No one cares. So what we should do is like sit together and talk. So if you've seen any of my other stuff, I try to do like a story dynamic with Sims and stuff, and that's why I don't want really a gold date. But we can tell an unbelievable story. Apparently you guys owe bills again. But maybe Tyler's like talking about his past. I'm getting the vibe that Tyler wasn't a vampire, just the same as King wasn't a vampire at birth. Tyler probably was more of like a suburban, like, suburban guy who ended up maybe hanging out with the wrong people. And somehow ended up into this like vampire thing where he ended up turning into a vampire, but like it was his choice at the beginning, and maybe he's telling Caleb about his past about it, but like how he fell into like this gang. One of the things was that like he had to choose like to be a vampire or not, and he was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. And it might turn into this thing, like, he probably does feel remorse sometimes, but we could totally show, like, a dynamic where he kind of feels remorse for, being a vampire. If that makes any sense. I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. I'm not a very good storyteller because of that, because I try to do things at the same time. Unless I set things up, which I can, and I always forget. It's been a while since I've done a Sims Let's Play. Oh, you guys got embarrassed because of it. That's weird. But you socialized with him, so we're good. Should have a deep conversation. So Tyler's talking about like death and stuff like that. So he's talking about how like at the time it sounded like a good idea because then I would be able to escape death a little bit easier. Like, I know there's ways that vampires can die, but like, I don't have to worry. That stupid bandana. But I don't have to worry about it because I'm a vampire now, but at the same time it's like, I wasn't sure if I ever, you know, wanted eternal life. And then I met you, Caleb, and now, like, I'm still a bit confused about it. I don't know where this is going between the two of us, but you know, I'm a lot happier now than I was just months ago. And I think maybe Caleb feels the same way. Caleb's been a vampire way longer than Tyler has been. Caleb's freshly a vampire compared to Tyler. Or Caleb is more a vampire. Let's take part-time. We're on a date. Tyler's freshly a vampire, whereas Caleb isn't. I think Caleb's like telling him a little bit about how he always struggled with that concept, and it's still kind of an issue for him. It's still arises every so often that he thinks about his immortality and how it affects him mentally, because sometimes it can be so lonely being a vampire. Even if you do have somebody in your life. And because Caleb's a seasoned vampire, pretty much, you know, he's dated. He's been around. He's been with women. He's also been with men. And this is something that is new to him, possibly. I guess, in a sense, where Caleb may have never felt this way before. And, you know, it's different for him. Where he possibly had been into a relationship with somebody before, he didn't stay in a relationship. Even if it was like 200 years that somebody was in a relationship with him, now they're practicing their vampire powers. But I think to Caleb, like, Tyler feels like a friend in a way that none of his other relationships did. So it's like, he always had that romantic relationship aspect with people, but they never stuck and he didn't know why. But with Tyler, it's like this thing where Tyler's also a friend, and it does feel different in a way. And I think this is just new for both of them, and, you know, they don't know it yet, but, like, they're soulmates type thing. I'm trying to do this to how Tyler would want this. Obviously, you guys want to be together forever. So I'm trying to make, like, a story that kind of fits the dynamic, and I feel like that would be how it would go. But I think they're both on, like, these terms. Like, Caleb has that sense of always fine. Like, his mood lit down here, the deadened emotions. He always is like that because, you know, over time he's just calloused from being hurt so many times and being, you know, thrown away by people and, you know, experiencing so many emotions, ending up turning into nothing more than, like, a shell. And I don't know how to, like, I don't know if there's a way to get rid of that, what I put on him or not, where later on we can make it so that, like, Caleb finally starts warming back up to human emotion. But one of the things when it comes to vampires is that they have this deadened emotion because they have to detach themselves from family members dying, like loved ones dying, or if they do fall in love with a human, which may have happened to Caleb before. And that is why he is the way he is. Whereas Tyler's so freshly new at being a vampire that it's like he still has the no cares in the world type thing, but it's very much he's got all those emotions still because he doesn't know how to deal with the fact that he chose immortality and doesn't know how to get out of it. You know, picked up Caleb just to bide his time pretty much. But it's turning into something more, and I think they both didn't expect that. Well, you guys went on a legendary date. How about that? And now Caleb's trying to sing. Cute. Alright. So anyways, what I think you guys should do, we should go home. I don't know why I did that. We should go home because it is morning. You guys are going to burn to a crisp in the sunlight eventually. Also, well, Caleb won't, I guess. He's some special boy. Alright, we're back home. We gotta get people inside. Let's not worry about Caleb right now. Let's worry about you, because I'm pretty sure that Caleb's fine. I'm about to test that theory. Fine, not burning out in the sun. He could totally just fit in with the norms of society. But anyways, so we have an archetype, or an arc, you know, a story arc for you and Caleb. I think that's pretty set in stone. But the thing with Oscar is, who is at school right now, I don't want to assume where Oscar came from. That is something that I want you, Tyler, to tell me. Like, is he adopted? Did you guys magic him from somewhere? Like, give me a story arc for Oscar to fit into this whole story. Where did he come from? Technically, you and Caleb are labeled as the fathers, but is Caleb really the father, or is he from a past relationship? Knowing that Oscar is only about 11, 12 years old, that would make it that you've only been a vampire for as long as he's been alive, so 12 years at most, or that you were a vampire but you were with a human woman at one point, or you could have been with a vampire woman. But, oh no, that's not possible. Sorry. I'm trying to think of how it goes in The Sims. So, like, if you're with a vampire, it's always going to be a vampire. But if you're with a human, the kid might be human or vampire. So you would have had to have been with a human woman as a vampire, or you were both human at the time. So let me know how I'm supposed to do that. You know, let me know how I'm supposed to, put Oscar in the story, like, relationship-wise, so that we can do something about that. Other than, like, the stuff with King and Annie, that Oscar's involved with. But what we should do, though, I think it was Caleb that was cooking. He was pretty much doing everything. House-wise, because that's what you wanted him to do. Well, he needs to... Okay, we can serve lunch. He needs to serve food to Oscar when he gets home, because Oscar is human still and he needs to eat, and he's in the red, and I'm guessing it's because he's hungry. Yes, because I don't think about it because you guys are vampires. So I haven't thought about making sure he got food or anything. Later though, when it becomes closer to nighttime, because I'm pretty sure King works right now. But later when it becomes closer to night and everything, we should go visit King with Oscar, so Oscar and Annie can hang out. Or just have Oscar go over, but maybe, like, you and King can just hang out and watch TV or whatever, and the kids can play. One thing with King's house, which may be fixed by the time this happens, or maybe not, or whatever, but you may have noticed, like, first of all, I had to fix a couple things before when I was building the house. King was probably like, oh my god, there's a toddler bed. I totally forgot Annie and Oscar were aged up to kids, and then I changed it, and then you saw in, like, the end where I showed the house, that it was changed. So there's a kid's bed in there now, but the only other problem was that there's no staircase leading up to the ritual place, because my thought process was, in order to go up there you have to be a vampire. That makes absolutely no sense, because the kids wouldn't be able to get up there for the vampire turning ritual ceremony. So I had to put stairs up there. Either figure out how to put them inside the house or from outside the house, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. So they're not there yet. Only, like, the older vampires will be able to get up there. Maybe it could be another thing where, like, we magic stairs there, and the stairs only appear when, we're about to turn a family member to a vampire. If that makes any sense. So I'm going to leave you to research points and stuff. I think everybody else is good right now. And we're going to wait for Oscar to come home, and then we're going to go over to King's house. I want you to pretty much be as strong as Caleb. I'm going to have to go in and play my own sim, Tanner, in order to make sure that he's stronger than both of you still, though. Because I want him to be. I mean, or at least equally matched. Just because it makes sense. Although, like, I feel like Caleb is far more, like, OP than everybody else. And I mean, like, OP. Like, he's just overpowered. Like, I think the game gave him way too many points as, like, a tutorial thing, so that, like, you could see all the stuff that vampires could do if you played him. Alright, we're here, but we need to get inside because we're gonna burn. We should have put like a thing for shade over here for like knocking on the door. I just didn't think it would have been very, because like his house is based off of, like, it's got the inspiration of a chapel. Apparently you're bored. From what? Oh, from probably researching, yeah, vampire browsing. So Tyler's talking to, because you guys have a little bit of a relationship. Soul's talking to Soul. Oh my god, Tyler's talking to Annie. But I think that Annie and Caleb. Oh my, I'm gonna get you guys all confused. Annie and Oscar, should, you know, talk and stuff, because technically you guys don't have too much of a relationship, but we want a better relationship between you two, because that's the whole point, is that you're best friends growing up. Too bad I don't have a computer. We could have the first love mod. Not that I don't think that the first love mod adds too much, though, you know what I mean? But, like, see, now Tyler's out here, but I don't want him to be grouped up. I think what you should do is, like, check out the chapel a little bit. Practice, I guess, this. Because you can get up there. The kids are gonna learn how to, like, practice so that they're ready for their... I have this whole ceremony thing kind of, not set in stone, but, like, I'm working around it, but they're basically gonna need to have that music skill, the piano skill, so they can play a song on the organ, that has to do with the ritual. And, like, Oscar's not doing anything. He should be playing. And Tyler, I said... Alright. Silly things are happening. What do you mean? Just because there's no stairs doesn't mean you can't get up here. That's weird, because, you know, you're a vampire. Fly here is bad. It literally won't let you, even if you're an adult. That's freaking weird. Alright, well, I mean, that's fine, but I guess make yourself a drink. Practice making drinks. I don't know. Should've just made yourself a drink. Kids are making a mess, though, but, like, outside, so let them be kids, I suppose. So they're playing dolls together. I think that Annie's technically the only one that's home, because I don't see, King anywhere. He must be at work still, I don't know. But they're playing dolls together, or they're trying to. There's something going on with them where, like, Annie's confused, but then Annie figures things out, and then Oscar's confused. I don't know. It's acting weird. They're playing. Annie's room's more decked out than Oscar's right now because they haven't gone back to fix it, with all the, like, moving stuff around and forcing them up as kids, pretty much. So Annie's got a little bit more to her room, a little bit more to do. So I'm having Oscar perform a puppet show. I've only used his interaction like once, but he's performing it for Annie and Tyler, if Tyler ends up in here. But Annie's watching it. Annie seems to think it's great. This is the Granite Falls one. I think it's supposed to be like a play on Gravity Falls, which is kind of funny. They're finding like magical creatures and stuff. Annie's sitting over here watching it. She seems to be enjoying it, and I think Oscar's putting in a lot of work for this. Like, I'm thinking that this is this dynamic where, and like I said, I want you, Tyler, to tell me exactly what I should be doing, but that's more as far as where he came from, where Oscar came from, technically, but also, like, his relationship with Annie. But my thought is that, like, he kind of likes her, like, has a crush on her. A kid crush where he's like, I don't know why I feel so different around Annie, unlike anybody else. Maybe it's just because we've been friends forever. Um, but, like, Annie doesn't feel exactly the same way. She just thinks of Oscar as his friend, and it's one of these things where it's classic. The guy, like, they grow up together, and eventually the guy, realizes that he's just in love with this girl he's been hanging around forever, but, like, she doesn't reciprocate because she's kind of just, like, aloof about the whole situation. And, you know, he kind of tries to, like, drop hints, but is always, like, friend zoned about the whole relationship. But eventually they end up together, and then they have kids, and then the wolf slash was here legacy goes on. King Wolf finally got home. You guys are chatting it up, talking about the kids, talking about life, talking about Caleb, talking about relationships and how things are different. King Wolf's probably talking about how, you know, I'm glad, I'm glad things are working out for you that way. It does sound like you're in love, and Tyler's probably like, I agree with you, but I don't want to admit that to myself, really. But Caleb. Oh my god, I'm gonna get you guys so confused because you guys a little bit sound the same name wise. But he's going to watch the puppet show that does not exist. But anyways, so Tyler's talking about, like, how it is exciting being with Caleb, but it's like it's difficult at the same time because, like, he realizes that he's in love, but he doesn't want to admit that he's in love. It's very much like, what if I make a mistake because I'm a vampire and this will last forever? And I don't mean, like, forever in a sense that humans say forever. This is forever. And Oscar's saying hello. And Caleb, oh my god. King Wolf was probably talking about, like, how he wants to find a girl, but he doesn't know, he doesn't know what to do. But he has his eyes on Natalia. And Tyler's like, oh, you mean that Natalia? And Oscar's, like, talking between them, and he's just like, yeah, I'm trying to have two conversations, but kids being kids. But he's like, so Tyler is talking about how he only knows Natalia through Tanner, and he met the kids before, and it seems like a thing that probably isn't going to work out because she doesn't want to be a vampire. She's going to be human. Probably until, her human lifespan is over. So she's probably going to be human for her natural human lifespan, and that's just the way it's going to be. And King is just like, I know, but I just can't, like, get her out of my mind. It's ridiculous. It's painful, and I don't want to destroy relationships, but I feel like, if it really isn't going to last, what is it really hurting? Isn't it easier to rip the Band-Aid off now? And Tyler's kind of just like, well, you don't even know if she even wants to be with you, but, I mean, you could always try. I'm not one for destroying relationships, but you do you. And the King's probably like, you put it that way. It does sound like I'm destroying a relationship. And Tyler's like, yeah, but you never know. It might work out for you. Like I said, I think she's got one foot out the door anyways. I mean, they don't even live together. She sees her kids once in a while. They don't really go on dates. Etc., etc. So I think in King Wolf's episode, we have to go and chat up Natalia. That's gonna be fun. But it's gonna be like this long thing because, of course, we want the drama to unfold at the wedding, or the brunt of it. But they'll probably be dating secretly behind Tanner's back for a while. Tyler probably didn't give such good advice, but at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do? You might as well go for it if you really think that she's not gonna be around for much longer in that relationship. But yeah, he does look a little bit irritated. He looks like he is struggling with something. He's a little bit upset with the fact that Tanner even has to be in the picture at all, because it just makes things very difficult. But here comes Annie wanting to watch TV with her dad, but I think it's time to say goodbye. Oh, yeah, by the way, King, your house is haunted. I forgot to tell you that I have that. That actually scared me for a second because I forgot that I made your house haunted. But we're just gonna say goodbye. Or no, let's vampiric spar. Can we do that? That's friendly, right? Let's vampiric spar. This will be like something to let out his aggression and earn you guys points. That way, he's got big enough space to do it too, which is nice. And the ghost is just sitting here watching. I don't know who he is. I think you're getting him, Tyler. You did. You kicked his butt. You kicked his butt, but I think it made him feel better. So anyways, you and Oscar should head back home. It was a good chat between you and King Wolf. I think the kids leveled up their relationship a little bit. Alright, so we're back home. Apparently, Oscar's scared of the monsters. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 5 in the morning. I mean, he's gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm gonna have him eat because we made that food, but then I like cheat his needs. So let's not let it go unused. Because I'm sure you're gonna be like, you made food and then you never let him eat it because we went over to King's house. Because I just thought that myself. Dogs are dirty again, but I'll watch them next episode. I'm setting things up right now. Which I could be cutting out, but I'm just letting you know my mistakes. So, you should meditate. You also have PowerPoints from doing that, which we can spend right now a little bit. We're going to give you vampiric strength for now. Actually, no. Yes. Yeah. You don't need to take a weakness yet. And then I'm going to have you meditate. I have no idea how the order of these videos are coming out. I have a whole bunch of recording, like a whole bunch of clips. I have the 2 casts. Like, by the time you see this, some of the stuff will be out already. I have to edit. The 2 speed builds, 3 speed builds, the 2 simcast videos, and I also have Tyler's episode, and I have not recorded King Wolf's yet, but by the time this comes out, hopefully it's recorded so I can edit it. So I don't know, I can't remember which order is which. I know that today, which is Monday for me, this will probably come out on Thursday or Friday for you guys, so this will be past, but as I'm talking, like, it's hard for me to tell you guys. Still very fresh a YouTuber, so it's very hard to explain to you guys where I'm coming from future or past. But you'll get the speed cast out on Monday. I don't know if you're going to get a speed cast and a speed build, and then the next day a speed cast and speed build, and then a speed build, and then, you know, episode, or if, like, on Wednesday you'll get a speed build and an episode, which will be Taylor's episode, and then on Thursday Tyler's episode. I have to figure out how I'm gonna organize it. This is probably the most Sims that I've had, like, just sitting on my computer, in a long time. And I still need to get Detroit and Undertale out, even if it's like 1 episode of Detroit and like 1 episode of Undertale. I have to figure it out. I just didn't get everything done today. Today's technically Monday because it's 6 o'clock in the morning, but, you know, Sunday is when I started recording. I've done a lot. But anyways, guys, if you appreciated this, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell, and I will see you guys the next time.
Write some fucking lyrics. Just walk